Hi, thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam. I am here to tell you whatever your guides are trying to tell you at this point. Your ancestors, your angels, your numbers, whatever that's been specifically guiding you. They have a message for you today. And it's that things are going to be moving fast pretty soon. Even if they don't feel fast right now, things are moving fast. It's a bit more of an upward trajectory. Now, whenever I say you, the person that I'm speaking of right now is someone who understands the misunderstood. The one who gives unconditionally, even when other people don't know that it's unconditional. You are the type of person who's been quite successful at everything that you do. It's just more of like, you don't necessarily feel like you've been successful in loving what you do. And it's like now, you're sitting on this, you remind me of a dragon. That's what it is. It's like you're sitting on this pile of gold. And you're not spinning it anywhere. You're just holding it and holding it and holding it. And it could be actual money. It could be ideas that can turn into gold. It could be you sharing your whatever, your story. And there's something about what you're going to be doing next that is going to actually change the trajectory of your life to the point where it's the only reason why it's recognizable is because you've been dreaming about it so long. Like, even the way your house is gonna look, like all of a sudden you're gonna be able to like have your house exactly the way you wanted it to look your whole life. Your bedroom, you're finally gonna decorate it the way you want, or your body is finally gonna stop getting the cystic acne that like, it's just all these things are falling into place, and it's not necessarily from nothing. It's not from nothing. It's not just like all of a sudden here it is. It is from the work that you've put in. Like whenever I say cystic acne, I don't even know who I would be talking about. But for some people, there are certain things that work for them. Sometimes it's hormonal, sometimes it's whatever. But it's like you found out what it was, and now you can work on it. I'm seeing E-R-E. E-R-E? E-R-I? Is it Eric? Airy? Fry? Friday? Oh, F-R-I. Friday. Something's going on Friday? This Friday? I don't have any in my dice right now. I am just hanging out in the living room, so. Look. Whenever this next chapter comes to you, you're still going to be scared. You're still going to worry that it isn't for you. But that's only going to be for a little bit, because there's going to be something that happens that is so validating that this is your path that it'll just shock you out of fear. It'll just make it to where reality is so easy to see that fear voice is silenced. It's interesting because I've been seeing white and blue a lot. I've been seeing the number 7 a lot. Saturn's been coming up. And that has to do with a lot of Orisha. Not a lot of Orisha, but one Orisha in particular. Mama Yamoja. Call her Mama. But perhaps when you see blue and white, or if you see sudden water, you can remember that you are surrounded by your guides. And there's something about your spirit, your energy, your flow, your everything that is meant to help heal people in some way, but not necessarily at the expense of your well-being. It's like you've set so many boundaries with yourself now that no one else can really tread over those boundaries. But it is still uncomfortable. I mean, you're still getting used to it, but it's less uncomfortable. You're not worried about being a villain. You're not worried about being a hero. You're not worried about you're not trying to heal people. You're not trying nothing. You're just trying to stop trying. And you're just being. You're just doing. And that could look like you disappearing from people. That could look like you just completely forgetting about your problems, and it stops becoming what are those people saying about me, or what are they what are they thinking, or whatever. It started becoming, that's none of my business. That's none of my business. And you've left it that way. And so as you continue to focus on your business, essentially, those rewards will continue to pour in. And it's not necessarily like you're doing the work for the rewards. The work is already rewarding. If it doesn't feel rewarding already, like it's like you get to work a job that is double rewarding. You're allowed to. It's supposed to be rewarding in all the aspects somehow, through friends and family and spirituality and health and all of the things. It's like you get to wear all the hats, you get to consolidate it all. And it's like, there's something that I say. I'm like, one day this is going to be my last panic attack. One day I'm just never going to have a panic attack again. It'll be the last one. Just like whenever I was a kid and I was having to live with my abusers. One day I never had to see their fucking faces again. One day I never had to see her bitch ass again. One day I got to leave her house forever. And then she went to go live her miserable life that she did. But one day was the last day that she put her hands on me. One day was the last day that she took advantage of me. Just like one day my egos will stop abusing me. Just like one day it'll just be better. That's how it works. And sometimes things are hard and weird. A lot of times things are hard and weird. That's life, you know? It fucks you with hard, weird stuff. And eventually you realize that you can withdraw your consent. At least from the universe. You could always say no to your gifts. You could just say, universe, leave me alone. I don't want to do all that work. And they'll leave you alone for a little bit. They will. Like, you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to do any of this. There's a reason why you're called to do it, though. I can't answer that question for you. You got to answer that for yourself. Yourself has to answer it for you. Anyway, lovies, I got a lot of work to do today. I've been working for the past few days. But in the meantime, lovies, you keep a lookout for the numbers and stay single.